Spartan fans, welcome to the first edition of the MBU Basketball Coaches Show. I am here with head coach Taylor Jarvis. Head coach Jarvis is in his second year leading Spartan men's basketball. Coach, welcome back for another season.
Oh yeah,
we're excited to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's going to be a fun season. This time of the year is always exciting. The weather starts getting a little cooler. The games start playing. There's been a ton of NEI basketball games already, so very excited for the season to get going here.
Last year, Spartan men's basketball went 13-17, 9-9 in conference play in the AMC conference, and you had a semifinals appearance in the AMC basketball tournament to close out the season.
Yeah, last year we had some ups and downs. We were inconsistent defensively and offensively some games. It was my first year taking over. I really liked the group last year, but I feel like we made some really great strides this year in recruiting and in retention and the right guys, bringing the right guys back to make sure that we keep stepping in the right direction to be a conference champion. And last year our guys showed grit and they competed. We made it to the conference semifinals, which I was proud of that group to do under some of the circumstances we had with some injuries, etc. But this year we've kind of reloaded, and I know we're going to do better than we did last year and keep moving this program in the right direction.
And this year, you're in a new conference, the Heart of America Conference. First year in that new league. You were predicted to finish 9th in the preseason basketball poll. Talk about how you feel like your team's going to fare in that new conference this year.
So first off, Heart of America is like Big Ten SEC of NAI. It's a great conference. They have high-level coaches. Every facility that we're going to go to is a high-level facility. The streams are awesome. So we're very excited just about being able to move to the Heart of America, because I feel like it matches our program and our university really well, especially with our goals to be a national contender and then our campus's goals of being one of the best NAI institutions in the country. As for a basketball standpoint, I feel like our guys are going to be able to compete in the Heart of America. I feel like we recruited the right guys to come in. We have a great mixture of returners, freshmen, and transfers coming in that I feel like fit the Heart of America, and that we're going to be able to compete and scheme and play with the top 4 teams from last year in the Heart of America.
Being in the Heart of America is very exciting here. We have a fresh new court out here in our basketball gym just directly behind us. New Spartan head at center court. We have the Heart of America Conference logos on the court as well. Very excited to get things going there. Let's talk about some of your returners this year. You have Preston Fortner, Tyson Williams, Austin Lewis, Ty Elder. Austin Lewis led your team in three-point percentage last year. Talk about that group and what you're expecting from those guys returning from last year.
Yeah, so it's a great group. I'll start with Preston Fortner. He's been here the longest. I've known him since he was a junior in high school. His growth as a person as well as a basketball player and his time here at Missouri Baptist, and since I've known him, is exponential. Last year was his first year really having the keys, running the point guard position, getting bigger minutes. He had his hurdles and his ups and downs, but he learned a ton. And he's came back with great intention, and he had a great summer. He's had a great preseason. I believe he's going to be one of the best point guards in the Heart of America. And that's a big say off of, what Preston's done in the past, but I truly believe in him because of his work ethic. The system that we're running this year fits him better. He has a really good understanding, and he's made strides in his leadership, having a voice, making sure that our team is connected, being a true point guard. So he's going to be a guy that Spartan fans get to know him. He's going to be highly involved in our team, and I know he's going to have a successful year. The next guy that's a big-time returner that's coming back is Austin Lewis. Like you talked about, 6'10", with a strap. He can shoot it.
The Frisco Melt, we call him here at MBU.
And he loves that nickname. And, he can really shoot the ball. He runs the floor. He had a great summer as well. He's going to play a little bit more of the 5 this year and slide to the 4. He came back more physical, better around the rim. He can put the ball on the ground better. So there were some areas of weakness that he had last year, and this is his last season, so he wants to make the most of it, make the best of it, and he's really put in a ton of work. So his numbers from last year, I believe, are only going to go up, and we have pieces that complement him better. Another guy that's returning, Ty Elder's coming off an ACL injury. He averaged around 12 points for us, super dynamic, high-level athlete. He's going to be back, so he's still rehabbing, but he's going to be back. He fits really well with this group, and he's only going to be another kind of dynamic guard that we get back in the mix, hopefully a little bit before second semester. And then one of the guys that Spartan fans you probably don't know about yet is Tyson Williams. And Tyson is from Cape Girardeau, southern Missouri down there. He redshirted last year, 6'3", 205 pounds, big physical guard. I have high expectations for him. One thing we pride ourselves on as coaches and in our program is player development. And I love getting guys out of high school, being able to put our hands on them, mold them, develop them. Tyson is going to be really our first one within my system that's out of high school that we've been able to mold and develop, and he's had a whole year under his belt to sit and watch. So I'm very excited for Tyson Williams to kind of show Spartan Nation what he is about. He's another high-level athlete that I think is going to have a very good year.
It's great to bring those guys back, and not sure if I mentioned him, Ryan Murdoch also returning as well.
And Ryan, I've known Ryan since he was a third, fourth grader, and I've worked with him when he was young. He's another one that means a lot to me. He's like a little brother of mine. His family's really close to me, so I'm excited for him to continue to keep growing. He's our hard hat. He comes in, he rebounds, he defends. He's a great glue piece to have on our team. So very excited to have Ryan as well.
You have all these guys returning back to your squad this year, and you have a lot of change coming as well. You have a lot of newcomers. You hit the portal hard. Talk about some of the guys that Spartan fans should be excited to see for this upcoming season.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the guys that we brought in. They fit well. It's a very cohesive group. The transfers fit really well with the returners. And our high school guys have guys that they can learn from. And I think that's one of the biggest pieces in being able to have a program based on player development is these young guys being able to look up some of these older guys. The first guy is Marquise Lewis, who was a junior college All-American, honorable mention. He's from Iowa, Burlington, Iowa, went to Southeastern Community College. Very productive up there, was a 14 and 8 rebound guy. He's an undersized four-man, natural leader. He's done some great stuff in practice, and everything that we thought he was going to do, he's doing it. So I'm super excited for him to kind of kick off his season. Isaiah Dixon is a very athletic 6'8" from Garden City. He started every game there, averaged 3-4 points, 4 rebounds. There was 4 or 5 guys that went Division I on that Garden City team, so he was surrounded by talented guys. He's a junkyard player. He rebounds. He's physical. He runs the floor. We talk about, the 3 words for Spartan mentality, which is tough, physical, aggressive. He's all 3 of those. So I'm really excited for Isaiah to be in and to be able to have that versatile big. I really think that's going to help us and separate us in the heart of America, having a guy like him. Jarvis Moy is a kid from Kirkwood, St. Louis kid. He was a second-team All-Region transfer from Moberly Area Community College. Feisty defender, 6'4", 6'5", great length. He hangs his hat on the defensive side, but he can score from all 3 levels. He averaged around 12, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. So very super versatile player for us that's going to have a big impact this year. And then the last 2 guys that came in, both redshirted. Drew Carrigus, he comes from IUND Division I, so he was able to see the Division I level. He has a good body. He's 6'3", can really shoot the basketball. He's a redshirt freshman, 4 years. He has plenty of opportunity. I can't wait for myself to grow with him and for him to grow in our program. And then Alex Weinholt, Division II transfer from Newman University, 6'6". Spartan fans, if you know John Yeager, he was an All-American here. I believe Alex has a little bit of John Yeager in him, and he's going to have a really bright future in front of him. And I keep telling him every day in practice, you're right here. You're right here for making that next step. He's doing great things, and he's a good player, but I think he can be a great player here at Missouri Baptist. It's just when he decides to do that, when he gets there. It could be this year, it could be 2 years, but everybody that we brought in, I'm super high on, and they're all panning out. And how I envisioned what they were going to be able to and how they're going to be able to impact the team, I'm able to kind of see that. So it's been awesome. So I love the guys that we have coming in.
It's great how it's your second season, because as the years go on, we're going to start to see this roster tailored more to a Taylor Jarvis roster, right? Your first year, you come in, there's some guys that have already been within the program. You were an assistant coach, though, so you were already within the program. But as you lead this program over the next few years, you're going to start to build your own roster from scratch, right? So I think it's going to be great to see how you mold this team and move forward in a new conference.
Yeah, and last year I was able to kind of see, the players I want to coach, the players I want to have in our program, and you're exactly right. It's only going to be more tailored to Taylor.
Exactly.
And then we have some, I didn't talk about the freshmen either. Tristan Wiggins, high-level freshman. He's going to play coming in. He's Sykeston, Boot Hill kid, physical, stocky guard. Nehemiah Lewis is Merkeisha's little brother. Solomon Talabot is a 6'10" kid from Collinsville. Jesse Elrod, we call him Cowboy. He's from Cuba, Missouri.
I like it.
He's a hard-nosed kid. I love coaching Jesse. And then Sawyer Huff, South Iron kid. So we have 5 of them in our program that I'm really excited about. Some of them will have some chances to play, but they're all here to develop and to have an impact and create a role for themselves here at Missouri Baptist.
It's going to be an exciting season. We play basketball this week, Spartan fans. Saturday versus UHSP. The game will be played at Maryville University, 7 o'clock p.m., November 1st. Coach, let me give a stat to you. The Spartans are 24-0 all-time against the Eutectics. Pretty wild.
It is. It is wild, and I got a lot of respect for Danny over there. He's a great coach. The last 2 games we had last year, they were still challenges. Danny does some really good stuff offensively. He's got some great schemes, and then defensively, they'll run some zone and man. They switch it up. So you always have to go into the game prepared. And the past couple years, we've had that success because I feel like we have been prepared, at least in my 7 years as an assistant head coach here. The preparation on a team like UHSP is important just because they throw so many different things at you.
You mentioned last year MBU went 2-0 against UHSP. What's funny is you're in the Heart of America Conference now, and your first year in that league, you're playing an old AMC foe in UHSP, your first team you play. And you actually play them twice in your first 3 games. You have UHSP, then you head to Kentucky for a matchup at Brescia, then you're at UHSP, at Columbia, another former AMC foe, and then you're home finally on November 15th versus Clark.
Yes, and I was trying to keep, the local games. UHSP is right down the street. It just makes sense. Columbia is a rival, and we're never going to take them off because that's a game that means too much for me and our university. Even though we're in a different conference, that's an important game to have to keep that rivalry going. The one team we're going to get back on there is Hare Stowe. We kind of have a St. Louis rivalry against Hare Stowe, and it's an old AMC opponent. So they'll be back on the schedule at some point. But I thought it was important to keep some of those ties, even moving to the next conference, to keep some of those games.
Coach, can I ask you one more thing? What's your message to Spartan fans for not only your matchup against UHSP, just for this season and them coming out and supporting you all year long?
Yeah, I believe this is a really tough, physical, and aggressive team that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We're cohesive, and I feel like we're doing a lot of things well right now just based off how we do things and not what we're doing. These guys are bought in about not being good but trying to push themselves to be great. We have great leadership. We have great morale right now. So I believe the ship is moving in the right direction. We're going to have improvement from last season where our record was inconsistent, and we're going to be a really fun team to watch. We're going to be a team that's extremely competitive and hard to prepare and hard to play against, and we're going to be one of the most physical teams in the country. We're going to be able to rebound. We're going to run. We're going to put pressure on the rim. But Spartan fans, if you can make it out to any of our games, I'd love to see you guys out there to cheer us on. It's always great to have the sixth man, on the floor with us, getting these guys hyped up. It's only going to make our environment better and our games better to have you guys. So a lot of appreciation for all the Spartan fans that are going to be able to make our games and support us this year. But our goal is to be one of the best teams in the Heart of America and get to the national tournament. And our seniors have set the standard. Our transfers came here because of the standard, and our freshmen are learning the standard. And like I said, I told you this earlier, I believe in this group because they've shown through their actions they believe in themselves. And in practice every single day, they've put in the work to at least try to get better, to try to learn, to make sure they put their best foot forward. And as a coach, it's hard to believe in somebody else if they don't believe in themselves. And this group has a lot of belief. So we're not going to lack fight. It's going to be a physical team that's always going to endure and push to the end.
Spartan fans, we thank you for joining us today. My name is Trevor Rich, alongside head coach Taylor Jarvis. Taylor, good luck on Saturday against UHSP. And Spartan fans, we will see you next week for our next episode of the MBU Basketball Coaches Show.